In this lesson, I'm going to show you a writing activity that's fun and that can help you write more effective sentences. It's called sentence combining. And we're going to be doing some sentence combining exercises in this lesson and in other places in the Style Academy website. So let's start here. I've actually chopped up one complete sentence into 3 sentences that you see on the screen. It comes from Ken Bain's book, What the Best College Students Do. It's about you, probably. So here you have 3 sentences, 1.1, 1.2, and 1.3. When I tell you to pause this video, I want you to put these 3 sentences together into one complete sentence. You can change anything you want. If you don't want to say these people again in the 1.2 sentence, then take it out. Put a pronoun there. If you want to use different punctuation, commas or colons, any of that stuff is fine. If you want to rearrange the order in which these sentences appear in your complete sentence, go right ahead. But I want you to pause the video now and put these 3 together to form one complete sentence. Okay, so what did you decide to do? How did that feel? I'm actually going to do this exercise with you live, as much as that's possible here. I'm going to open up a Word document where I've put the 3 sentences that we're having you combine, and I'm going to play around for a second, and I just want to talk through some of the decisions I make, and you can sit back and watch for a minute and see how I do. As I construct these sentences, why don't you look and see if your sentence is close to what I'm deciding to construct. So let's start by taking this baby here, because I don't want to write out the whole thing and waste everybody's time here. So here we go. I start with this, and then maybe I put a colon. They even embrace them, explore them, learn from them. Ah, how's that? I like the sound of that a little bit. You noticed I used they, because I didn't want to say these people. And I decided to combine all these things that certain people, these kind of people, the highly creative people, do with their failures. They embrace, explore, and learn from them, right? Could you even say they even embrace, explore, and learn from them? Could I take out this? Explore, learn from them? Maybe. I kind of like the sound of the repetition there. Now, you may notice that Word has decided to mark this as grammatically incorrect. I'm going to ignore Word. I think Word is wrong on this point. It's wanting me to put a coordinating conjunction there, so you end the series with and learn from them. And yeah, maybe that's a good rule, but I like what I've done here. Okay, what if I decided to start with a subordinate clause, like when people who become highly. I'm so nervous you're watching me write. I shouldn't be, huh? So when people become highly creative and productive, learn to acknowledge their failures, they even embrace them. And then, why do we do a semicolon there? They explore and learn from them. Oh, I like that one too. That's pretty good. Should we try for one more? Let's just take this here so I don't try your patience. Let's try for one more, and then we'll see if it's something like your sentence. And I'm going to show you the original sentence, the way that it was written in the book. So let's do this one last time. Oh, sorry, that didn't work. 1 second. There we go. Failures. Embrace their failures and explore their failures and learn from their failures. Okay, now I've used a lot of ands. By the way, this kind of construction is called, in Greek, polysyndeton. It means join together. All these things are joined together with an and. What do you think? Do you like this one or this one better? The one that doesn't use the ands. And that's actually called asyndeton. I don't know, I kind of like this one better, but this one sort of hammers on the failures thing. Maybe we don't want to do that. Anyway, your sentence is probably different than the ones that I've constructed out of these three through my sentence combining. And if we go back to our presentation, this is Ken Bain's original sentence. Oh, let me make this big for you. There we go. Look, I'm failing all the time right here. But I'm going to learn to embrace it. So here's Ken Bain's sentence. Is it anything like yours? Probably not, but that's the cool thing about sentence combining and the cool thing about sentence constructing. You can make all different kinds of decisions, constructing unique sentences that have various effects and that create a certain kind of ethos and voice for you as a writer. Now, before we finish, I have one more activity for you, and it's going to be a little bit harder. We're going to go to the next level. We're going to level up, folks. So I've taken a sentence from, or actually I've taken a full paragraph from David Sedaris' book, When You Are Engulfed in Flames. Now, Sedaris is a very funny writer, and he's writing here, he writes personal essays, and he's writing in this chapter of the book about different times when he's made really bad style decisions. And this one comes from a time when he was in Paris and bought a pair of glasses that he probably shouldn't have bought. So this paragraph is made up of 7 sentences. I've chopped each one into bits and pieces for you here. So for example, the first sentence of the paragraph is made up of 1.1 through 1.5. What you want to do is combine each of these clusters into one sentence so that you write a paragraph that's 7 sentences long that is unique to you. Now, I want you to pause this, and when we come back and you've written your paragraph, I'm going to show you what Sedaris' paragraph looks like. You can read it out loud and think about the different decisions that he made compared to you, okay? So pause the video, write your paragraph, and then come back to me. Okay, so how'd it go? You getting the hang of this sentence combining thing? Let's take a look at Sedaris' paragraph, okay? And as we look at this, I really encourage you to pause this and to read it out loud. It's really effective and helpful to read writing out loud, to hear the sound of it. And you can think as you're reading this out loud why this is a little bit different than the decisions you may have made when you made your paragraph. Okay. I want to say one last thing about sentence combining exercises before we close, and that is that sentence combining is actually a research-based exercise, which means that there's been some really interesting research about this and how it really does help students create more effective and more sophisticated sentences and to produce them more quickly than they otherwise would without doing these exercises. So I hope they help you as a writer as well.